I discovered my sister telling everyone my husband was secretly in love with her, and when we confronted her, she revealed a wall full of his photos and later created fake accounts accusing me of destroying their love. It all started when my sister Chloe began saying weird things about my husband Ryan. Not subtle things either. She literally told everyone at family gatherings that Ryan was obviously in love with her. Her proof? That he once helped her move a sofa, fixed her laptop when it froze, gave her car battery a jump that time in the parking lot. Normal things any decent person would do for their sister-in-law, but Chloe turned it into some romantic fantasy. Did you see how fast Ryan came when I called him about my car? She'd say at dinner. He dropped everything. My mom looked uncomfortable. My dad cleared his throat. I just stood there trying not to throw my fork at her. He's my husband, Chloe. He's being kind. Kind, please. Men don't do that much for women they're not interested in. He does that much for me 'cause I'm his wife, but he does it for me too, she'd say with that little smirk. And what does that tell you? It tells me you're delusional. She'd laugh. You're so naive. Ryan would text asking if I needed anything from the store. And she'd lean over to look. See? He's thinking about coming over. He wants an excuse to see me. It's my grocery list, Chloe. He's asking if I need milk. She kept escalating. When Ryan helped her install a ceiling fan 'cause her landlord wouldn't do it, she posted she was so blessed to have someone who drops everything for her. And when people asked who it was, she'd be mysterious. Someone special. My friends started asking me things. Your sister posts about Ryan a lot. Everything okay? Nothing was okay. I tried talking to Ryan about it and he was oblivious. She's just kidding, he said. She's not kidding. She told my cousin you had feelings for her. He was genuinely shocked. What? Why would she say that? 'Cause you keep helping her with things. And she's your sister. I'd be a jerk if I didn't help her. That's when I got the idea. What if you were a jerk? What if you just stopped helping her completely? He didn't want to at first, but after Chloe told his brother there was definitely chemistry between them, he agreed. The next time Chloe called 'cause her Wi-Fi wasn't working, Ryan said he was busy. She called me immediately. Ryan doesn't want to come fix my internet. Okay. He always fixes my tech stuff. Not anymore. 2 days later, she called him to move furniture. He said no. She showed up at our house. What's wrong with Ryan? She asked. Nothing's wrong with him. He just doesn't want to help you with anything anymore. He's being super cold. Interesting. When a man stops dropping everything for you, you notice, huh? She got defensive. I don't know what you're implying. I'm not implying anything. You said men only help women they're interested in. Ryan isn't helping you. What does that tell you? She tried another angle at the next family gathering. Ryan's been so mean to me lately, she announced to everyone. He won't even help me move a tiny bookshelf. My uncle laughed. Why would Ryan move your furniture? He's not your husband. But he always helps me. He's so good at that stuff. My aunt chimed in. Maybe he's busy with his own house. Chloe looked frustrated. He's not that busy. He helped Dad with the roof last year, remember? My dad cut her off. Chloe, I asked him for help. That doesn't mean anything. But he came immediately. Because I asked him to, Dad said in a firm voice. And because he's a good son-in-law. The silence that followed was awkward. Chloe stared at her plate, clearly frustrated. I tried to change the subject by talking about work, but my sister wasn't done. You guys don't understand the way he looks at me, she said quietly. Ryan put down his fork. Chloe, I've never looked at you in any special way. You're my wife's sister. Nothing more. She laughed. That laugh that made me sick. All men say that until they can't deny it anymore. My mom intervened. Chloe, honey, I think you're confusing kindness with. I'm not confusing anything, Chloe interrupted. I have proof. Proof? I asked. What proof? Photos, messages, moments. Ryan looked at me confused. I was too. Photos of what? My dad asked. Of us, Chloe replied as if it were obvious. Of all the times we've been together. Dinner ended quickly after that. Nobody knew what to say. Chloe left angry, saying that one day everyone would see the truth. In the car on the way home, Ryan drove in silence. What was that? He finally asked. I don't know. It's getting worse. Worse? This is already too much. What photos? What's she talking about? I had no idea, but I did have an idea and it terrified me. The next day, while Chloe was at work, I went to her apartment. I had an emergency key, the one she gave me when she moved in just in case something happened. I went in with my heart racing. I didn't know what I was looking for exactly, but I needed to understand. Her living room looked normal. Basic furniture, a TV, nothing out of the ordinary. Then I saw her wall. There was a corkboard next to her desk filled with photos. Photos of Ryan. Ryan helping her with the sofa. Ryan in her car, Ryan at our house during Christmas, Ryan in my parents' garden. All cropped. In some, I had been completely cut out of the picture. There was a photo from our wedding where only Ryan was visible. I was cut out. I felt nauseous. I kept looking. I opened her laptop. No password. Her photos folder had a subfolder. It was named R. I opened it. There were hundreds of photos. Screenshots of family group chats where Ryan had written something. Photos from his social media profile. Photos of me with Ryan where she had zoomed in only on him. A photo where the three of us were together at a birthday. She had edited it. I was blurred out. Only Ryan and Chloe were clear. My phone rang. It was Ryan. "Where are you?" he asked. "At Chloe's apartment." "What?" "Why? You need to come here now." He arrived in 20 minutes. When I showed him the board, his face went pale. This isn't normal." I showed him the laptop, the photos, the screenshots, everything. Ryan sat on Chloe's sofa stunned. "We need to talk to someone about this." "Who? Your parents? The family? This can't continue." I closed the laptop and took photos of the board with my phone. As we were leaving, I noticed something else. On her nightstand was an album. I opened it. It was an album of us, Chloe and Ryan. Photos where I was completely removed. Photos edited to make it look like only the two of them were together. There were even photos of places where only Ryan and I had been, but she had pasted her own photo as if she had been there. One page said, "Our story." Ryan saw it over my shoulder. "We need to go." We left the apartment. In the car, neither of us spoke. Finally, Ryan said, "This is harassment. She's my sister. I don't care who she is. This isn't okay. She has pictures of me everywhere, edited albums. This is obsession." He was right, but it was hard to process. That night I called my mom. I told her everything. At first, she didn't believe me. "Chloe wouldn't do that," she said. "Mom, I have pictures." I saw her apartment. There was a long silence. Then I heard my mom take a deep breath. "Can you show them to me?" "Yes." The next day, my parents came over. I showed them everything on my phone, the photos of the board, the screenshots from her laptop, the edited album. My mom covered her mouth with her hand. My dad looked furious. "This is sick," Dad said. "She's your daughter," Mom replied quietly. "And she needs help," Dad said. "This isn't normal. None of this is normal." Ryan walked into the living room. "My in-laws, I need you to know I never gave her any reason to think there was anything between us." "We know," my mom said. "We know Chloe. She's always been intense, but this is something else." I agreed. We decided to confront her together as a family. We sent her a message asking her to come to my parents' house on Saturday. She replied yes immediately. Saturday came nervously. We all knew this wasn't going to be easy. Chloe walked in smiling. She thought it was just another family dinner. "Sit down," Dad said. His tone made her pause. "What's wrong?" "We need to talk about Ryan." Chloe looked at me. "You're finally going to admit it." "Admit what, Chloe?" "That there's something between us." Ryan spoke in a controlled voice. "Chloe, there's nothing between us. There never has been." She shook her head. "You say that now because she's here." "I was in your apartment," I said. Chloe paled. "What?" "I saw the pictures, the board, the album, everything." She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. "Why do you have hundreds of photos of my husband on your computer?" I asked. "Why did you cut me out of our wedding photos?" I just... They were memories. "Memories of what?" Ryan exploded. "I've never given you any reason to think there's anything more than an in-law relationship." Chloe stood up. "You guys don't understand. Then explain it to us, Mom said, her voice trembling. You always preferred her, Chloe said, looking at me. She was always the perfect one, the one who did everything right. Married the perfect man. Has the perfect life. So you decided to invent that my husband wants you, I replied. It's not invented, Chloe yelled. The feelings are real. The signs are real. What signs? Dad asked. That he helped move a piece of furniture? That he fixed your car? It was more than that, Chloe insisted. The way he looked at me. The conversations. We never had private conversations, Ryan said firmly. Every interaction we had was normal, familial, nothing more. Chloe started to cry. You're making me feel crazy. You're not crazy, Mom said. But you need help. I don't need help. I need you to believe me. We do believe you, I said. We believe that you believe this, but it's not real, Chloe. Ryan doesn't have feelings for you. He never did. She looked at me with so much hatred I stepped back. This is your fault, she said. You manipulated him to stop helping me, to stay away. I asked him to stop helping you because you were using his kindness to create a fantasy, I responded. A fantasy that's destroying our family. There's no fantasy, she screamed. He wants me. I know it. Dad stood up. Chloe, you either get professional help or you're not welcome in this house until you do. She looked at him in disbelief. Are you kicking me out? I'm giving you an option. Chloe grabbed her purse. You're all going to regret this. When Ryan finally admits the truth, you're all going to have to apologize to me. She slammed the door on her way out. The silence left behind was heavy. Mom was crying quietly. Dad looked defeated. Ryan hugged me. Did we do the right thing? Mom asked. Yes, Dad replied. We can't keep enabling this. That night Ryan and I stayed up talking. I never thought we'd get to this point, he said. Me neither. Do you think she'll get help? I don't know. 3 days later, Chloe hadn't contacted anyone. No calls, no messages, nothing. I started to worry. Despite everything, she was still my sister. I texted her, "Are you okay?" No reply. I texted again, "Chloe, I just need to know you're okay." She finally replied. I'm perfectly fine, busy with important things. I didn't ask what things I didn't want to know, but I should have because what Chloe was planning was worse than any of us imagined. A week later, Chloe posted on her social media. It was a photo of Ryan, one I had uploaded to my profile months ago. She had saved it and posted it as her own. The caption read, "Some people are meant to be in your life no matter what others think." My phone blew up. Cousins, aunts, friends, all asking what was going on. Ryan saw the post at work. He called me immediately. I already saw it, I said before he could speak. We need to do something. This can't go on. I contacted my older brother, Marcus. I explained everything to him. He didn't live in the city, but he said he'd come for the weekend. We need to get into her apartment again, Ryan said that night. We need more proof to show the family this is serious. I already have proof. Not enough. Your mom still thinks Chloe is just confused. We need something they can't deny. He was right. On Friday afternoon, while Chloe was at work, we went back to her apartment, this time with my mom. Mom didn't want to go, but she needed to see with her own eyes. We went in. The board was still there. Mom stopped when she saw it. "Oh my God," she whispered. "There's more," I said. I showed her the laptop, the folder with hundreds of photos. Mom sat down, pale. Then Ryan found something on her desk. A notebook. He opened it. It was a diary. The first few pages were normal. Chloe writing about her day, her job, things like that. But then it changed. She started writing about Ryan, about every time she saw him, every conversation, every interaction. Today Ryan asked how I was. He seemed worried about me. No one else asked me like that. Ryan helped me with the grocery bags. His hand brushed against mine. I felt electricity. The way Ryan looks at me is different. I can see it in his eyes. He feels the same way, but he can't admit it because he's with her. Page after page, months of entries, analyzing every gesture, every word, creating meaning where there was none. One entry read, "Ryan texted me asking if he could bring something to her house." He wrote to me. That means something. Ryan checked his messages. It was a family group text. Ryan asking if someone could bring a package that arrived at my parents' house. Chloe had replied yes, but in her mind it was a personal message, a sign. Mom was crying reading the diary. My baby is sick. She needs help, Mom. Professional help. We kept reading. The entries got more intense. She doesn't deserve him. I'd be better for him. I understand him. I appreciate him. She just takes him for granted. Someday Ryan will realize we're meant to be together. I just need to wait. If she weren't in the way, Ryan and I could be happy. Ryan closed the notebook. We need to go. I'd already taken pictures of several pages. We needed evidence, but we couldn't take the whole diary. We left the apartment. Mom was in shock. In the car, Mom said, we need to intervene as a family. Marcus arrived on Saturday morning. We showed him everything, the photos, the diary, the posts. He looked furious. Why did no one tell me this before? We thought it was just Chloe being dramatic, Mom said. We didn't know it was this serious. We organized a family meeting. My parents, Marcus, his wife, my Aunt Clara, who was a psychologist, Ryan, and I. We invited Chloe. We told her it was a family dinner. She arrived happy. She thought the family was finally getting together for something normal. She sat down. She saw the serious faces. What's wrong? She asked. Aunt Clara spoke first. Chloe, we're here because we love you and we're worried about you. You don't need to worry about me. Marcus put his phone on the table. On the screen were the pictures of the diary. Chloe turned white. You went into my apartment again. We needed to understand what's happening, Dad said. What's happening? Chloe exploded. What's happening is that you're invading my privacy. Your privacy ended when you started harassing my husband, I said. I'm not harassing him, I love him. The silence was absolute. Aunt Clara leaned forward. Chloe, do you understand that Ryan is married to your sister? Yes, but that doesn't mean there can't be real feelings. Has Ryan told you he has feelings for you? Aunt Clara asked. Not with words, but actions speak louder. What actions? Marcus asked in a harsh voice. He helps me, he pays attention to me, he worries about me. Because you're my sister-in-law, Ryan said with forced patience. That's all. Chloe shook her head. You're lying because everyone's here, but when we're alone it's different. We've never been alone, Ryan replied. Every time I helped you was in public places or with family present. That's not true, Chloe insisted. You came to my apartment once. 2 years ago to install a fan. Your sister was in the car waiting for me. Chloe stood up. You're all attacking me. Everyone's against her. We're not against anyone, Mom said. We want to help you. I don't need help. I need you to believe me. We believe you, Aunt Clara said softly. We believe that you feel this is real. But Chloe, the feelings you describe are not reciprocated. Yes, they are. He's just afraid to admit it. Chloe, Dad said in a firm voice. You're going to get professional help. It's not a suggestion. Or what? Or you'll have no contact with this family until you do. Chloe looked around the table. We all had the same expression. This wasn't negotiable. You're choosing her over me, she said, pointing at me. As always. We're choosing your health over your denial, Marcus replied. Chloe grabbed her purse. You're all going to regret this. All of you. She slammed the door on her way out. We heard her car speed away. Aunt Clara spoke first. This is more serious than I thought. She really believes there's a relationship. What do we do? Mom asked. We let her go and hope she hits bottom enough to accept help. And what if she doesn't? I asked. Then we maintain the boundaries for your safety and Ryan's. That night, Chloe deleted all her social media. Her profiles completely disappeared. I texted her. Are you okay? No reply. I texted again. Chloe, we just want to help you. She finally replied. Helping me would be believing me, but you'll never do that. And then she blocked me. Ryan hugged me. We did the right thing. Then why does it feel so bad? Because she's your sister. But sometimes love means setting boundaries. 3 days later, Marcus called me. Chloe went to his house, he said. Crying, saying everyone had betrayed her. What did you tell her? I told her I love her, but she needs to get help. She hung up on me. That was the last time anyone in the family spoke to Chloe for weeks, until everything exploded in a way none of us expected. 2 weeks later, Chloe showed up at my work. I was in a meeting when my assistant sent me a message. "Your sister is in reception. She says it's urgent." I went down immediately. Chloe looked terrible. Deep dark circles, wrinkled clothes, unwashed hair. "I need to talk to you," she said. We went to a nearby coffee shop. I ordered 2 coffees. She didn't touch hers. "I've been thinking," she began, "about everything you guys said, about Ryan, about me. And you're right, about some things." I waited for her to continue. "I've never been able to keep a relationship," she said, looking at her cup. "All my boyfriends leave me. They say I'm too intense, too needy." "Chloe, let me finish," she interrupted me. "The last one was 2 years ago. He left me for another woman. He said I suffocated him, that he needed space. I didn't know that because I never told anyone. It was embarrassing to see you have this perfect marriage while I couldn't keep a man for more than 6 months. My marriage isn't perfect. It's more perfect than anything I've ever had," she replied bitterly. "And Ryan is. He's good, kind, stable, everything my exes weren't. But that doesn't mean he feels something for you." "I know," she said quietly. "I think I know, but it was easier to believe he did, that there was someone there who really cared. We care about you, Mom, Dad, Marcus, me. Not in the same way," she said. "You care because I'm family. Ryan cared because he chose to. Or so I thought. He chose to be kind to you because you're my sister. That's all." Chloe wiped her eyes. "Don't cry," she said to herself. "Don't cry. It's okay to cry." "No, I've cried enough. Now I just feel stupid." "You're not stupid, you need help." She laughed humorlessly. "Everyone keeps saying that, but no one understands what it feels like to see everyone else have what I want." "And what is it that you want?" "What you have," she said, looking me straight in the eye. "A husband who loves you, a family that respects you, a life that makes sense." "You can have that, Chloe. Just not with my husband." "I know," she whispered. "I know now." I thought it was a breakthrough, that she was finally accepting reality. I was wrong. 3 days later, Mom called me. "Chloe came to dinner last night," she said. "She talked to your dad and me. She said she wants to fix things." "Really?" "She said she understands she was projecting her problems onto Ryan, that she wants to get therapy." "That's good, Mom." But then she said something else. "What?" "She said you were the one who started it all, that you told Ryan to stop helping her, that you created this situation. 'Cause she was using his kindness to fuel her fantasy." "I know, honey, but she doesn't see it that way. She says you manipulated Ryan against her. Ryan made his own decisions." "Mom, I know, but Chloe is convinced you ruined something that could have been real." "It was never real." To her it was. I hung up frustrated. Ryan was on the couch working on his laptop. "Chloe is telling my mom I'm the villain," I said. "What's she saying?" "That I manipulated everything, that I ruined whatever she thought was between you." Ryan closed his laptop. "This has to end." "How?" "By talking to her directly. No family, no distractions, just her and me." "I don't think that's a good idea. She needs to hear it from me. That there was never anything, that there never will be." I texted Chloe. "Ryan wants to talk to you." She replied immediately. "Alone. In a public place, a coffee shop." She agreed. We met the next day. I was there, but sitting at another table, far enough to give them privacy, but close enough to intervene if needed. Ryan spoke first. "Chloe, I need you to listen to what I'm about to say." "Okay. I have never had romantic feelings for you. Ever. You are my wife's sister. That is all you are to me." Chloe gripped her coffee cup. "I know. Do you really know?" "Because your actions say otherwise." I was confused, she replied, projecting. "Like everyone said. Then you need to stop blaming your sister for something that never existed." Chloe looked at him for a long moment. "It's hard not to blame her when she has everything I want. Then work on getting what you want, but not with my marriage, not with my wife." "I know," Chloe said again, but she didn't sound convinced. Ryan stood up. "I hope you get the help you need. But until then, I can't have contact with you." Chloe paled. "What?" "You're making me uncomfortable. Your obsession is making me feel harassed." I need you to respect my boundaries. So she wins, Chloe said in a shaky voice. Again. This isn't about winning or losing, it's about respect. And you're not respecting my marriage. Ryan left. I stayed. Chloe saw me. You came to make sure he said the right thing, she said. I came because I care about you. Lies. You came to protect what's yours. Ryan is not a possession, Chloe. He's a person, and that person is telling you there's nothing there. Because you convinced him. I stood up. I'm going to say this one more time. Get help. Go to therapy, work on your issues, because if you don't, you're going to lose your entire family. I already lost them, she said. The day you all attacked me at that dinner. We confronted you because we love you. There's a difference. Not to me. I walked out of the coffee shop. Ryan was waiting for me outside. How did it go? He asked. She's not going to change. No, not until she wants to. Then there's nothing more we can do. He was right, but that didn't make it hurt any less. That night, Chloe sent a message to the family chat. I've decided to step away from everyone for a while. I need space to think. Don't look for me. No one replied. 2 months passed with no word from Chloe, no calls, no messages, nothing. I thought maybe she was finally getting help. I was wrong. What Chloe was doing was much worse. It all started with a fake profile on Instagram. It was called Hidden Truths 2024. No profile picture, just a black image. It started following my entire family, my friends, Ryan's colleagues, and then it started posting. The first post was a photo of me and Ryan at our wedding. The caption said, "Some marriages are built on lies." She manipulated him to stay away from who he really loves. My friend Jessica showed it to me. Did you see this? I had no idea what she was talking about until she sent me the screenshot. My stomach dropped. Ryan, you need to see this. He showed me his phone. The same profile had tagged him in a post. Ryan deserves to know the truth. His wife destroyed a real connection because she's jealous. Who's doing this? Ryan asked. We both knew who it was. We reported the profile. Instagram said they'd review it in 48 hours, but the damage was already done. People were starting to ask. A cousin texted me, "What's going on?" "Who is that account?" "It's Chloe," I replied. "She's lying." "Why would she do that?" "Because she's sick." The next day, another profile appeared. The truth always comes out. This one was worse. It posted edited screenshots, conversations that were supposedly between Ryan and Chloe. The messages said things like, "I miss talking to you," and "She doesn't understand me like you do." They were completely fake. Ryan had never written that. "This is defamation," Ryan said furiously. "We can sue her for this." I called a lawyer. We met that afternoon. "You need to document everything," the lawyer said. Screenshots, dates, every post, everything. We started saving evidence. Every post, every comment, everything. The third profile appeared 2 days later. Justice for Chloe. This one directly attacked me, called me a manipulator, controlling, abusive. It said I had isolated Ryan from his in-laws, that I had forced him to cut contact with Chloe. My friends started defending me in the comments, but the fake profiles had prepared answers for everything. Marcus called me. "We need to find her. This has to stop. We don't know where she is." Then we force her out. How? By publishing our own truth. Marcus created a post on his Facebook, long, detailed, explaining the situation. He told about Chloe's obsession, about the photo board, the diary, the family intervention. He didn't use her name, but it was obvious who he was talking about. When someone you love is sick and refuses to get help, sometimes the only option is to protect the rest of the family. The post went viral in our circle. Cousins, aunts, family, friends shared it. The fake profiles went crazy. They posted 5 times that day, all attacking Marcus, but they made a mistake. One of the profiles posted something that only Chloe would know. A detail about a private conversation we had years ago. It was the proof we needed. I took it to the lawyer. "This proves it's her. With this we can proceed," he said. "But you need to decide how far you want to take this. What do you recommend?" "A restraining order against cyberstalking and any contact with you." Ryan and I discussed it that night. "She's my sister," I said. "And she's publicly defaming you." She's inventing conversations. She's trying to destroy your reputation. I know. Then we need to protect ourselves. We filed the restraining order request the next day. Chloe received the papers 3 days later. She called me from an unknown number. I didn't answer. She left a voicemail. Seriously? A restraining order? You're unbelievable. I make a few posts defending myself and you sue me. This proves who the real abuser is here. I sent the voicemail to the lawyer. 2 days later, we had the hearing. Chloe showed up. She looked worse than the last time. Thinner, paler. She brought a lawyer, a cheap one from what I could tell. The judge reviewed the evidence. The posts, the fake profiles, the analysis that proved they came from Chloe's IP address. She tried to defend herself, said the posts were her way of expressing herself, that she had a right to free speech. Her lawyer argued there were no direct threats, that it was all opinion. Our lawyer presented the edited screenshots, the fake conversations, the clear defamation. The judge didn't take long to decide. Restraining order granted. Chloe could not contact us, could not post about us. She had to delete all the fake accounts. If she violated the order, she would be arrested. Chloe stood up from her chair. This is ridiculous. Ma'am, sit down, the judge said. She looked at me with pure hatred. You're going to regret this. That's a threat, our lawyer pointed out. The judge looked at Chloe. Another word and I'll hold you in contempt. Chloe sat down, but her eyes were still locked on me. We left the courthouse. Ryan hugged me. It's over, he said. Really? It has to be over. She can't contact us anymore. That night, all the fake profiles were deleted. Chloe complied with that part of the order, but she didn't answer messages from Mom, or Dad, or Marcus. She had disappeared again. A week later, Mom came over. I went to her apartment, she said. It's empty. What? She moved. She didn't leave an address. The landlord said she paid the penalty for breaking the lease early and left. Where to? I don't know. Nobody knows. Mom was crying. I lost my daughter. You didn't lose her, Mom. She walked away. Because of us. No, I said firmly. Because of her decisions. We tried to help her. She refused the help. Ryan made tea for Mom. We sat in silence. Do you think she's okay? Mom asked. I don't know, I answered honestly. 3 months passed with no word from Chloe. We hired a private investigator. He couldn't find her. It was like she had vanished. Mom was devastated. Dad was too, though he hid it better. I felt guilty, but also relieved. I could finally breathe without worrying what Chloe would do next. Ryan and I began to rebuild, to focus on us. I thought we had seen the worst of Chloe, but the universe had other plans because 6 months after the restraining order, Chloe reappeared, and this time she brought consequences that none of us anticipated. Chloe showed up at my grandmother's funeral. No one expected to see her. She had been missing for 6 months, no calls, no messages, nothing. And suddenly there she was in the back row of the church. Mom saw her first, completely froze. After the service, Chloe approached. She was wearing simple black clothes, no makeup. She looked different. Mom hugged her, crying. Where were you? Away, working on myself. Dad approached cautiously. You had us very worried. I'm sorry, Chloe said. I needed to get away from everything. She looked at me. I stayed where I was with Ryan by my side. Can I talk to you? She asked. Just a minute. Ryan squeezed my hand. You don't have to. It's okay, I said. We walked to the side of the parking lot. Marcus followed us closely, watching. I'm sorry for your loss, Chloe said. Grandma was special. Thanks. And I'm sorry for everything else too. The posts, the harassment, everything. Okay. I was in intensive therapy 3 times a week for these 6 months. I'm glad. They diagnosed me with something. Dependent personality disorder with obsessive features. And I'm taking medication. I'm working on it. Really? That's good, Chloe. I know I can't undo what I did, but I want you to know that I understand now. Ryan never felt anything for me. I created it all in my head. I crossed my arms. Why are you telling me this now? 'Cause Grandma died and I realized life is short and I don't want any more time to pass with us hating each other. I don't hate you. But you don't forgive me either. Forgiveness takes time. I know. I just wanted you to know I'm trying to be better. Marcus came over. Everything okay here? Yes, I replied. Chloe was just leaving. She nodded. Thanks for letting me come to the funeral. It was Grandma's. You had a right to be here. She left. I watched her get into an old car and drive away. Do you think she was genuine? Marcus asked. I don't know. Time will tell. Over the next few weeks, Chloe kept her distance. She came to a couple of family dinners. Sat quietly. Didn't cause problems. Mom was happy to have her back. Dad was more cautious. Ryan stayed away from her. When Chloe arrived, he found reasons to be in another room. I don't trust her, he told me. Still, me neither. But maybe she's really changing. Or maybe she's waiting for the right moment. A month later, Chloe asked to speak with Ryan and me together. We met at my parents' house. Marcus was also present. I want to apologize formally, Chloe began, to both of you. For everything I did. Ryan remained serious. Okay. I created a fantasy because my real life was miserable. I projected my desires onto you, Ryan, because you represented stability, and I attacked my sister because I was envious of her life. We already knew that, I said. But I needed to say it out loud in front of witnesses to make it real. And what do you want now? Ryan asked. Nothing. Just for you to know it won't happen again. I'm committed to my treatment. Good, I said. That's it? Chloe asked. Just good. What did you expect? I asked. For us to tell you everything's forgiven? You put us through hell, Chloe. I know. Then understand it's going to take time. A lot of time. She nodded. I understand. Ryan stood up. I appreciate the apology, but I need you to respect that I'm going to keep my distance for my own peace of mind. I respect that, Chloe said. We left in the car. Ryan exhaled loudly. That was awkward. Yeah, but necessary. Do you think she's really changed? I want to believe it. For Mom, for the family. But you don't sound convinced. 'Cause I'm not. The next 3 months were quiet. Chloe attended family events, but kept her distance. She never approached Ryan. She barely spoke to me. She seemed genuinely different, quieter, less dramatic. Mom was happy. We finally have peace, she'd say. But I couldn't relax completely. Something felt off, and I was right because one afternoon, while checking my emails, I found something strange, an email from a therapy clinic confirming an appointment for Chloe Weber. The problem was the date. It was from 2 weeks ago, and the clinic's address was in another state. Why would Chloe have therapy in another state when she lived here? I called the clinic's number. It was fake. It didn't exist. I looked up the address on Google Maps. It was an empty office building. I felt a chill. Ryan, I said. You need to see this. I showed him the email. Where did this come from? It was in my spam folder, but it has Chloe's name on it. Do you think she sent it? Or someone's pretending to be her? We called Marcus. He investigated further. He found other similar emails, all with fake information. Someone's trying to make Chloe look like a liar about her therapy, Marcus said. But who? I don't know, but we need to tell her. We went to Chloe's house, a small apartment on the east side of town. She opened the door, surprised. What's wrong? We need to talk, Marcus said. We showed her the emails. Chloe paled. I didn't send that. My therapy is real. I can prove it. She called her therapist right there. Verified her appointments. Everything was legitimate. So someone's trying to sabotage me, Chloe said in a shaky voice. Who? I asked. I don't know, but whoever it is wants you guys to think I'm lying. Why would someone do that? Ryan asked. To destroy the progress I've made, to make the family reject me again. We saw real fear in her eyes. It wasn't manipulation, it was genuine terror. We're going to find out who's doing this, Marcus said. But as we investigated, something else came to light, something that would change everything we thought we knew about the situation. And the real culprit wasn't who any of us expected. Marcus hired a tech expert to trace the emails. It took 3 days to find the source. When he did, none of us expected it. The emails came from Ryan's work computer. Ryan was in shock. I didn't send that. Someone used my computer. Who has access to your office? Marcus asked. My assistant, the IT guys, anyone with access to the building. The expert checked further. The emails were sent during Ryan's lunch break, when he wasn't at his desk. The building's security cameras showed someone entering his office. It was a woman, blonde hair. She didn't work there. Ryan looked at the image. It's Jennifer. Who's Jennifer? I asked. My ex-girlfriend from 5 years ago. Why would your ex do this? I don't know. We haven't spoken since we broke up. Marcus investigated further. Jennifer had been following Ryan on social media, all his posts, for years. He found her Facebook profile. It was full of bitter posts about ex-boyfriends, about men who left her, about revenge. One post read, "Some men don't deserve to be happy." This is sick, I said. Marcus confronted Jennifer directly. He went to her house with the evidence. She admitted everything. Said Ryan ruined her life when he left her, that he deserved to suffer. When she saw Ryan was having problems with his sister-in-law, she decided to make things worse. First, she created some of the fake profiles we thought were Chloe's. Then, when Chloe disappeared and came back changed, Jennifer decided to sabotage her. She wanted the family to reject Chloe again. More drama, more pain for Ryan. She's a psychopath, Ryan said when Marcus told us everything. We pressed charges. Jennifer was arrested for cyberstalking and fraud. We had to tell Chloe. We went to her apartment together. She cried when we told her. I thought you'd never believe me again. We believed you when you showed proof, I said. That's different. Thank you, she whispered. Ryan spoke. Chloe, I'm sorry someone used our situation to hurt you more. She looked at him surprised. It's not your fault. I know, but I'm still sorry. It was a strange moment. After all the chaos, there was finally something like peace. Mom organized a family dinner 2 weeks later. The whole family. For the first time in almost 2 years. Chloe arrived early. She helped cook, something she never used to do. Ryan and I arrived together. He still kept his distance from Chloe, but there was no visible tension anymore. During dinner, Dad spoke. I want to say something. This last year was hard on all of us. Mom nodded. But we're here together. That's what matters. Chloe spoke quietly. I know I caused most of the problems, and I'm sorry every day for what I put you through. We've already talked about that, Marcus said. Now what's important is moving forward. And how do we do that? I asked. With clear boundaries, Ryan replied, and mutual respect. Chloe nodded. I agree. And I want everyone to know I'm still in therapy. I'm going to keep working on myself. That's all we ask, Mom said. Dinner continued. It was awkward at times, but it was real. Afterward, while we were washing dishes, Chloe approached me. Can we talk? Sure. I know we're never going to be like we were before, she said. And that's okay. I don't deserve your complete forgiveness. It's not about deserving. Then what is it about? Time, consistent actions, proving you've really changed. I'm going to do that, she said. I'm going to prove it, even if it takes years. Good. And I want you to know something else. What? I'm dating someone. A man from my therapy group. He's kind, patient, real. I'm happy for you. For the first time in my life, I have something that's truly mine, not something I envy from someone else. That's important, Chloe. It is. And I finally get it. 3 months later, life had completely stabilized. Jennifer was sentenced to 2 years probation and a permanent restraining order against Ryan and our family. Chloe was still in therapy. Her relationship was going well. She came to family events, but respected boundaries. Ryan got a promotion at work. They installed better security in his office. And I could finally breathe. One night Ryan and I were on the couch watching TV. Do you think it's over? I asked. For real? Yeah, I think so. How do you know? 'Cause Chloe doesn't seek me out or look at me differently anymore. She treats me like a brother-in-law, nothing more. And that doesn't scare you? That we finally have peace. No, it makes me happy. Me too. 6 months later, Mom organized a lunch for my birthday. The whole family was there, including Chloe and her boyfriend, Daniel. Daniel was quiet, kind, clearly devoted to Chloe. I watched them together. She looked happy, really happy. It wasn't the fake happiness she used to project. It was genuine. After the cake, Chloe gave me a gift, a handmade card. Inside it said, "Thank you for not giving up on our family, even when I did everything I could to destroy it. Happy birthday." It was simple, direct, honest. "Thanks," I said. We didn't hug. We weren't there yet. But there was mutual respect, and that was enough. Ryan and I drove home that night in comfortable silence. "Happy?" he asked. "Yeah, really happy. No regrets?" "None. We did the right thing. We set boundaries. We protected ourselves and saved the family in the process. We didn't save anything. They did the work. We just stood firm." Ryan took my hand. "I'm proud of you." "Of us." "Me too." A year later, Chloe got engaged to Daniel. She invited us to the wedding. We went, not as a bridesmaid or groomsman, just as family. The wedding was small, intimate, beautiful in its own way. During the toast, Chloe spoke, thanked her family for not giving up on her, for giving her space to grow. She looked directly at Ryan and me and gave a special thanks for teaching her what healthy boundaries mean. People applauded. I felt something like closure. It wasn't complete forgiveness. It probably never would be, but it was peace. And peace was more valuable than anything else. Ryan and I danced at the reception. For the first time in years, there was no family tension, no drama, no obsessions, no lies, just an imperfect family trying to be better. "Did you ever think we'd get here?" Ryan asked. "No, I honestly thought I'd lose my sister forever." "But you didn't." "No, she lost herself and then found herself." That's her story. "And what's yours?" "Learning that protecting myself isn't selfish, that boundaries are love, and that I deserve peace." Ryan kissed me. "Yes, you do." 2 years after Chloe's wedding, Ryan and I bought a new house. It was bigger than the old one. It had a spacious yard, 3 bedrooms. Mom asked if the third room was for guests. I didn't answer. "It's for the baby." I was 5 months pregnant, something I had postponed for years because of all the chaos with Chloe. Now I could finally do it without fear, without stress. Chloe came to visit when we moved in. She brought boxes from Daniel and herself to help. "This kitchen is beautiful," she said as she unpacked dishes. "Thanks." We worked in comfortable silence. No tension. No weird comments about Ryan. Daniel and Ryan were assembling furniture in the living room. They got along well, talking about sports and work. When we finished, Chloe hugged me briefly. "Congratulations on everything. The house, the baby, everything." "Thanks, Chloe." They left. Ryan closed the door. "How do you feel?" he asked. "Good. Really good." That night, as we unpacked the last box, my phone rang. It was a distant cousin, the one who had asked me about Chloe's posts years ago. "I saw you moved. Your house looks amazing." "Thanks. And how are things with your sister?" "Better, much better." "I'm glad. I always knew you guys would work it out." I hung up and looked at Ryan. "You know what the best part of all this is?" "What?" "That I don't care what people think." For years I worried about what they would say about us, about Chloe, about the drama. And now I have my house, my husband, my baby on the way. That's the only thing that matters. Ryan smiled. That's the only thing that ever mattered. 3 months later, our daughter Emma was born. Chloe came to the hospital. She brought flowers and a small gift. "She's beautiful," she said, looking at Emma. "She looks like you. Do you want to hold her?" Chloe looked at me surprised. "Are you sure?" "Yes." I passed Emma to her. Chloe held her carefully. Her eyes filled with tears. "Thank you for trusting me," she said. "You earned that trust." "I know, and I won't lose it." When Emma turned 1, we had a party at our house. The whole family came. Mom, Dad, Marcus, Chloe, Daniel. Emma crawled all over the living room. Everyone took turns chasing her. Ryan and I watched from the kitchen. 3 years ago, I never would have imagined this, Ryan said. What? Having all this? Family, peace, normalcy. It's weird, isn't it? But good. Very good. Chloe came over with Emma in her arms. I think she needs her mom. I took my daughter. Chloe stayed for a moment. Hey, she said, I wanted to tell you something. What? Daniel and I are expecting too. 3 months. Congratulations, Chloe. That's amazing. Yeah, and I wanted you to know first. Well, after Mom. I appreciate that. And I wanted to ask your advice about pregnancy, about being a mom. It was the first time Chloe asked me for advice about something real. Something that didn't have to do with Ryan or drama. Of course, we can talk whenever you want. Thanks. She went to talk to Daniel. Ryan hugged me from behind. Look what you built, he said. We built, I corrected him. No, this was you. You set the boundaries. You protected our family. You gave Chloe the chance to change without letting her destroy us in the process. We did what we had to do, and it worked. That night, after everyone left, I put Emma in her crib. She was sleeping peacefully, with no idea of the chaos that had existed before she was born. Ryan came into the room. Ready for bed? Yes. We turned off the lights. We got into bed. In the dark, Ryan asked, "Do you ever think about what it would be like if we hadn't done anything?" Sometimes. And we'd probably be divorced or Chloe would be institutionalized or something worse. But it didn't happen. No, because we didn't let it. I fell asleep easily that night, no worries, no fears, no drama. Just the sound of Ryan's breathing, the baby monitor broadcasting Emma's soft sounds, my family, my life, my peace, everything I had fought to protect, everything that had been worth every difficult confrontation. And every morning I woke up and chose that peace again. That was the real ending, not a dramatic moment, but normal days, simple decisions, a quiet life, exactly what I always wanted.